Hello everyone, welcome to elliottwaveforecast.com YouTube channel. Today is January 31st and the chart of the day today is the US dollar Canadian dollars. This is a 45 minutes time frame here. So basically what we are looking at right now is a rally that is going to be correcting this cycle here. So this cycle or this decline is in the form of a 5 waves diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is a diagonal, so just don't ask the question why 1 and 4 overlap, because I got that question a lot. And then that will be ending with 1, right? Okay, so some people prefer to have some sort of trend line like this, just to basically tell them it is a diagonal. But basically if it overlaps, then you can assume it is a diagonal, and the count is going to be wrong only if it is within width 3, right? Within width 3 you cannot have a diagonal. Now here we are looking for width 2 rally to correct this width 1, right? So once the width 2 rally is complete, we can then continue to go down. So we got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look at the momentum, you can see there is a divergence in the momentum. Again, that is usually indication or confirming the view that it is a width 5, because you have a lower low in price but you have a higher low in the momentum. In this case is measured by the RSI. Alright, so now we're looking for a possible trace rally. Now the rally is in the form of 3 swing or 7 swing, because it is corrective, right? It is not going to be a 5 ways rally, or so here the first leg is in the form of a 5 ways, but that 5 ways is part of with A, right? And then after that we can get a pullback in the B, and then one more leg higher in the C leg before we finish the entire 3 ways rally. And as long as we stay below 135.40, we should see more downside. But something to keep in mind though, you can see the arrow is turning down. Now even though we do have a 5, what looks like a 5 waves with a divergence, so it looks good, but still it is turning down. The arrow is not red, which is bearish if it is red. And the reason is simple, because if you zoom out, if you look at the daily time frame, basically we've been sideways since this peak here in October 2022, right? So it's been sideways for more than a year. 2022, guys, this is 2 years ago. Look at this. We are completely sideways within this range. Up, down, up, down, up, down, sideways. So there is no trend whatsoever when you look at the larger time frame. So just keep in mind the idea the larger time frame is completely sideways. So that means in the shorter cycle, yeah, we can consider this and that, but if it is sideways in the larger time frame, it is not the best, in the sense that it can chop around all the time without really following the path well. So going back to the 1 hour, this peak at 135.41 is with B, right? So if I look at the daily, 135.41 is over here, right? So basically if you look at this, we are ending 1 of C, right? 1 of C. So let me copy this. This is your 1 of C now, right? And you're looking for 2 of C, and then 3 of C, 5 of C, and so on. Now the question is, if this is the B, then this is your A, supposedly, right? But remember, so if that's the count, then eventually it can break below 131.70. But before everybody gets excited, just remember we are still sideways right now, and until we break either side of the sideways price range, we can continue to chop around. Right? We can continue to chop around, not necessarily will break below this, because again we don't have a trend in the larger time frame. But what we can say though is that it looks like this is a 5 ways down with a divergence, at least in the shorter cycle. So what we can say then is that as long as we stay below 135.40, we could potentially see another leg down because of the 5 ways down here in the first leg. Now, whether the move down will eventually break below the low here, or it can be just another 3 ways down like this, like an ABC, and then chop around again, or do this, or do this, that remains to be seen, right? That remains to be seen. But at least what we can say in the shorter cycle is the idea that, okay, this looks like a 5 waves. It has a divergence. So I think as long as we stay below 135.40, we can at least get another leg down. So you can consider this leg as either with 1 or with A, and then this could be either with 2 or with B. And then as long as we stay below 135.40, we can at least get one more leg lower in the form of with 3 or with C. Okay, so that's the idea here, guys. As always, if you want to get more updates, please feel free to check our service. We have 14 days trial, and the link is in the description of the video. And I'll see you all again next time. Have a nice day, everyone.